Every member of the Action News family has fond memories of Gary Papa. It would be impossible not to. Meteorologist Cecily, Tynan, and Dave Roberts shared a few of theirs with us tonight.
When I was pregnant with my first child, Luke, he kept saying, "Do you have a glider? You have a glider?" I said, "No, Gary, I have a big comfortable chair in my room. I don't need a glider." Sure enough, a couple days after Luke was born, who's at my door but Gary with this huge blue glider. "You need a glider," and came in and brought the glider. He had Nathaniel and Tucker, and I think they stayed for about 2-3 hours, playing around the house and holding the baby. And he made you happy. He was so full of life. And I think we all thought he could beat this.
Jim and Gary and I had so much fun with these iPhones on the set. And we always used to text messages. I texted him a message the other day. It said, "Gary, I'll see you at the race on Sunday." I didn't get a reply from him. And I knew then something was seriously wrong. And the last text that I got from Gary was, "Love and live." And that's what Gary did.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Cecily. You are in the unique position of having known Gary only after his diagnosis.
It's the truth. Yeah.
And yet you have had more than your fair share of his wit, his humor, his larger-than-life stature. You've known Gary the way all of us have, and only as a prostate cancer victim.
It's the truth. And, I admired his strength. I admired his spirit. I loved that he was an emotional guy. And he always put the person in front of him first rather than himself. And I saw that. And one instance with that is I remember a couple of years ago, my stepfather was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Knew I was emotional. Walked in the weather office and handed me this book, Guide to Surviving Prostate Cancer. It was a book he read when he first was diagnosed. And there's actually parts of this where he highlighted
for you,
for me, to read to my family, because he said it's not only you as the patient who's going through it, but it affects the entire family. So it goes to show you that he was thinking of me, he was thinking of my other family while going through treatment. And another more enlightening memory of him was a couple of years ago, my 30th birthday party. Jamie Apodi put on, he's gonna come, he's gonna come. He was going through treatments, he was at work. And after midnight, the news was over, guess who strolls in? But Gary Papa.
You expect him to miss a good party.
I know, yeah. But he, and everyone's faces when he walked in was so excited to see him in there, and he still had a fantastic time, knowing how much pain he was in. He was quite a remarkable man, and
he made an impression.
Huge impression on my mother. And my mother read him once or twice, and my mom is a Red Sox fan, and he's of course a Phillies fan, and they used to battle, my mom and him, when they would talk. And she was very sad in the news, but just was very, she was just overwhelmed by the generosity he brought into my family when my stepdad was going through this as well.
Thank you, Adam.
Also, would you like a little weather?
A little weather.
Yeah, let's race.
You expect to win that race, don't you?
This time it's not about winning. This time it's about being there.
Yes,
in support for him,
right.
And a good tribute.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Having said that, Cecily's husband probably.
Oh, he's going to beat everyone. She'll be right behind him too, and I'll be following.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.